What's happening, people? I am back with another review. Today, I have a beer that I am looking forward to, as it is a beer that I drink on tap when I go to the football. Not going to elaborate on what my team is. All will become clear on that when I do a video review of two upcoming beers. You'll have no doubts in your mind as to what team I support. Do not hold it against me. That's all I'm saying. So, what beer do I have? It is a beer from Salt Brewery. It is a session IPA. It is this bad boy. Bang. It is Jute Session IPA. So, the reason I thought I'd do this is I've done a couple of reviews of other salt beers and I've not been a fan of them. But what I wanted to do is just show you guys that salt can do what I think is a decent beer. So, what do we have? We have something that I don't like is, firstly, we have a 330ml can. I don't know what it is with some of these breweries where they do some of their better beers in smaller cans, yet charge the earth for them. This came in a 4 pack. I can't remember the cost, but I don't think it was cheap. I think it was easily £6.50 for 4 little cans. I don't think I'm sold with that. But it's the same with Beavertown and neck oil. You can't get neck oil in a 500ml can. You have to buy them in the 330s, and they cost about £500,000. So, they are expensive. I'm sure somebody will know why. However, moving on from that, let's have some information about Jute. So, like I say, 330ml can, 4.2%. It is hazy. It is juicy. The can, I keep saying, guys, some of this can work I absolutely love. Does it tell us anything on the back of the can? Let's have a look. So it gives you a bit of what salt is around. However, jute. So what does it say about jute? Sharing its name with a highly versatile natural fabric, this beer packs just the right punch. Our spin on the classic hazy style blends Australian and American hops to create a seriously juicy session IPA, brewed for easy drinking, uncompromising on flavour. So when I have it on tap, it is easy drinking. It's a session IPA, as I said. I'm hoping, being in a can, it's not going to be any different. But we'll have a look. I'm just having a look to see if it tells me what hops are in it. No, it doesn't. However, it is what it is. So as usual, what we're going to do, we're going to crack it open, pour it into the glass. I have my little taster glass. We are then going to bring it in and have a look. Are we going to see any bubs? Probably not. It's hazy, and also the glass that I'm using is not nucleated, so you probably will not see many bubs. However, we'll then have a sniff. Will I get those flavours come through on the nose? The important bit is the drinking, so then we will have a drink. So what we'll do, without further ado, is we'll crack it open and we'll see. So let's give it a pour. So what I try and do, guys, is I try not to talk when I'm pouring these days, because I do also as well, just as a little bit of marketing for my good self, is I also upload these onto my YouTube channel, and also sorry, not my YouTube channel, onto my TikTok channel. And what I do is I put music to the pour. So yeah, that is what I do. So what we'll do is we'll bring it in. I'm just going to bang it because there was quite a few bubs on the actual side of the glass itself. So what we'll do, I'm looking at it here. It is nice and hazy. So we'll bring it in for you lot. If you look at that, excuse the bubs on the glass, you can't really see many bubs going up because it is hazy, but it is well carbonated. 1.5 finger head when it was poured. So, beautiful yellowy colour. Really inviting. So what we'll do, I can smell it from here, but we'll give it in and we'll see what we've got on the nose. Grapefruit is the first thing that you get. That is absolutely loaded. Yeah. Absolutely loaded with grapefruit, bit of mango, maybe a bit of passion fruit. That is what I'm picking up on the nose. I've never smelt the beer before. I've always drunk it because I've been out, and it looks a bit weird if when you're out and about you start sniffing it. So, what I think we'll do is we've had a sniff, like the sniff. Let's have a taste now. As I already said, I know I like this beer on tap. I am hoping that I get the same flavours of when I'm on tap. So, without further ado, people, let's give it a try. Cheers. Yes, I love it. You get the flavours, you get some citrus on the taste, a lot of citrus. You get those smells that I was getting, you get less pineapple than you would, but those tropical flavors really come through. You've got that right there. Nice bodied. Yeah, I like that beer. I like it on tap. What I have noticed actually is just feeling right here. It's more carbonated in a can than on tap, which means, you know, it's quite gassy here, and I've just nearly, brought up a burp. Um, don't quite, I'm not an expert when it comes to canning and bottling and kegging. Um, I might ask this question to Mr. B if you've watched him. If not, give him a watch um, and see if he can advise as to why it feels more carbonated. That oh, excuse me, guys. See what I mean? Now, when I'm drinking the jute in the pint glass from the tap, that never happens. Uh, so, sorry, I just had a battery indicator come up. So I'm not quite sure why. So for me, bit too much carbonation. The flavors are there, definitely. A couple of sips and this is gone. But they've definitely put more carbonation in this one than they have the beers on tap that I've tried. Um, interesting. So, all in all, right, do you take the price point into consideration? The fact that it's a 330ml can, You have to. Um, Look, it is a solid 8 out of 10 for me. I like it. Bit too much carbonation. Bit pricey when it's 330ml can. But apart from that, it's bang on. I've been going for 10 minutes, guys. So I'm going to head off. This is recorded on a Friday. Don't know when it's coming out yet, but if it comes out during the weekend, hope you have a good one. If it comes out during the week, hope that's a good one too. Guys, like and share for more content wherever you're watching it. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. It is free. If you're watching it on Facebook, give us a follow. But that is another review, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.